It's hard. It's hard. I know, like, I agree with so many people when they say, like, we don't want to draw attention to white supremacist rallies. You know, don't draw attention to them. That's what they want. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. In the past few rallies that they've had a very small turnout. They're looking for national attention. And I don't want to give it to them, but I do want to talk about this story. White supremacist rally marking the Charlottesville anniversary is set to be held next to the White House on the anniversary of Charlottesville. Less than a year after deadly clashes at a white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, the main organizer has gained federal approval for another demonstration at 1 year to the day after Charlottesville, across the street from the White House. So the National Park Service announced Wednesday it had approved they call it a white civil rights rally for Lafayette Square on August 11th through 12th. That is the exact anniversary of the Unite the Right protest, which was a white nationalist rally. Jason Kessler, who was behind the Charlottesville rally, is the one who set up this rally. He estimates that 400 people will attend and said the purpose is to protest civil rights abuses in Charlottesville against the white supremacists. The Charlottesville rally, again, was organized to protest the removal of Confederate monuments. And it was one of the largest U.S. gatherings of neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other extremist groups that has been in the United States for more than a decade. Clashes broke out between hundreds of anti-racism activists and far-right protesters, many who were carrying shields, weapons, and Nazi and Confederate battle flags, and chanting very racist things. Videos showed that some Charlottesville police did absolutely nothing about it. And as we know, 32-year-old Heather Hyatt was killed when she was hit by a car by Alex Fields Jr., who was a 20-year-old self-described Nazi from Ohio, who now faces charges. He was actually arrested and charged with second-degree murder. So Jason Kessler, the man who set up the protest in Charlottesville, the man who has set up this protest to be held in Washington, this is what he wrote about Heather Hyatt after she died. This is what he tweeted. She was a fat, disgusting communist whose death was payback. He later took back that statement, saying that he wrote it when he was under the influence of alcohol, ambiance, and Xanax. Ambience. So I feel like this should be illegal because the first rally caused violence and death, but I get it, freedom of speech. So this is just gross altogether and just sad. Kessler also wanted to organize a rally in Charlottesville at the exact same place where the Charlottesville rally had taken place a year after the Charlottesville protest. He wanted to have a second rally there, and they denied him. Oh. So he is suing the city for denying him of having that protest there in Charlottesville. He is suing the city for denying him the permit request, and he says it violates his First Amendment right of free speech and peaceful assembly. And that is what's happening. Now, let's not forget what Trump had to say about that. He amplified the controversy by, first of all, he didn't even talk about it for days. He failed to condemn the white supremacists. And then when he finally did talk about it, we all remember, he blamed both sides for violence and said that there were very fine people, that very fine people were among them. So, I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel like we should show up? Yes, sorry, I got cut off. That people should show up and counter-protest that rally in Washington when it happens. Again, it is a white supremacist rally being organized by the exact same man who organized the one in Charlottesville, the one who said something absolutely disgusting about Heather Heyer, who died in Charlottesville, and this is 1 year to the day, and it's actually protesting what happened to them in Charlottesville. Do you think that people should show up to counter-protest this, or that people should just not show up at all and let it be crickets? No attention, no national attention, no nothing. What's your view on that? I'd rather that they didn't get any attention at all, I guess. I mean, I was very proud when people were showing up and counter-protesting that. I was very proud, and it made me feel very happy because the counter-protesters outnumbered the protesters, and it really showed that Americans, the majority, do have a good heart and won't stand for racism in our country. But I'd rather just them not have any recognition at all and just not give them any spotlight, I guess. But I'm behind any decision that people make, absolutely, because it's disgusting.